Hey, it's your boy DD758 Sakafet. I know I've been going for a little bit, but I just have been a bit busy. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. They didn't air any episode last night, but I just want to talk about the whole season in general because this season, season 12 of Married of First Sight, this was a season because it started with the experts getting the couples together, the couples got married, and then that just went into a whole train wreck with Paige and Chris. We had Jacob and Haley, we have Eric and Virginia, we have Clara and Ryan, and there is also Brie and Vincent. So that whole season was very interesting. There were a lot of lessons to be learned. There was so much that you probably maybe people have seen in themselves being in relationships by looking at those two relationships, well, some of the relationships. So some of the people saw stuff they saw in themselves they could reflect on and maybe make themselves a better person. Some, it was just a lot. So I just want to just do a recap about the whole season, and decision day is next week. So hopefully we'll see what couples stay together, what couples don't stay together. Um, let's talk about Clara and Ryan. Clara and Ryan, Ryan looks like he struggles a lot with his emotions, and he and Clara, they're just being. Clara looks like she really wants to be, like she wants Ryan to be more affectionate. She wants Ryan to be more into her, but he just really struggles with his emotions, and we can see. Like I think almost anybody can see that he struggles with his emotions. How you feeling, Chick? So we were seeing that he wrote a letter to Clara stating that in the end he loves her because she said she don't want to continue this relationship unless he don't say he love her. And this is really, really interesting that for him just saying in the end of the letter that he loved her, that it was just clarity to her. So we've just been seeing their relationship being playing out. A lot of her emotions is just going up and down as the marriage goes on. He's not getting to the point where I think he's really in love with her, but she's in love with him because she's never had a man of substance. And Ryan now to her is a man of substance because it seems like the kind of relationships Cara have been in the past, it haven't been any relationship of like relationships of substance. More or less, maybe the guys just don't stay. But the two of them, we'll make our predictions. I don't know. For me, I really do not know if the two of them will stay together. But my prediction is I think they will stay together because of Clara, not because of Ryan. And I think they would stay together. That marriage on decision day, I think we'll get a yes for that. The on decision day, we'll get a yes for that marriage. Then it comes to Brianna and Vincent. Brie. I don't think Vincent is the right woman, the right man for Brianna because Brianna seems to want a man that is more assertive, a man that is more in control. Maybe I should say maybe a man that's more successful as well. So I might be wrong, I might be right. But for me, I do not think she's the man for Brianna. Ryan, yeah, he's not Ryan. Sorry, Vincent. Vincent is too much into his emotions. He's a very emotional guy, and sometimes he would make his emotions take over, which I find he shouldn't be doing that. Like, but the thing is that Vincent's mind is already trained that Bree is always going to say something that's going to offend him. And that's where he goes wrong because sometimes Bree is trying to have a little fun with him, but then he takes it a little too serious. Like he needs to, just lay back, relax with the flow sometimes, but just be yourself and stop being too sensitive to what she says because you already know that's how she is. I'm not saying he have to accept it, but he knows that's how she is. It was brought to his attention. Then he told her that the type of woman he asks what she is like being bossy or being controlling is what is a turn off to him. And then we also had that conversation with her mom, where mom tell her if that's the situation that he said that's not what he's looking for, she think they should go their separate ways. So we have no idea what is going to come to on decision day for the two of them. It for me, I think the two of them will stay together. Whether the marriage will work, I do not think so because the Champagne Vin is too sensitive, very, very sensitive. When it comes to Eric and Virginia, Virginia don't like boundaries. Virginia don't like to be controlled. Virginia likes to wake up on her best friend's couch after she's have her night out and a hangover. Eric wants to be successful. Eric wants to be controlling. Eric wants a wife he can control. That's what I see. And he also don't want to fail. Eric he definitely don't want to fail because he feels to him if this marriage doesn't work, he'll be a failure. Maybe because of his parents, that his parents have been together, they've been married for so long, but to him he feels like if he doesn't make this marriage work, he's a failure. But he's not like he's just a little too controlling. He wants his boundaries. He wants to put boundaries in place for Virginia, but Virginia is not somebody that look like she ever had boundaries in her life. She look like she's the party type. She needs to know like it's no longer her single life. It's a marriage. So my prediction for the two of them, I do not think the two of them will stay married. On decision day, they will say yes, but then long term, I don't think they will stay married. And you can see sometimes her body language says like, okay, yeah, what's up, shut up. Like, like in her head is like, shut up, because like, you're just saying that. And the fact that he said he loved her, I need, whoever that come up on my panel, we need to talk about that. How do you think that when he told her he loved her, do you guys think it was too soon? In the chat, you can also sound up. Do you think it was too soon for you saying he loved her? Like, can you fall in love with somebody within that frame of time, like 6 weeks up to 7 weeks, you fall in love with someone? And then we have Jacob and Haley. Oh, my favorite couple. Yeah, Jacob shows his true self in his Daisy Dukes. The last episode last week, he had his holy shirt. He showed us that he's a holy guy. Jacob, I don't know. Jacob is still stuck in the 80s. Jacob, he's a good dude. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I give him pressure, but at the end of the day, Jacob is a good dude. Haley is a spoiled brat. And I do not think Haley and him would ever mesh. But surprisingly, when they had that game, the two of them to some people it was a surprise. For me, it wasn't a surprise. The two of them actually knew a lot about each other. And that says a lot about the two of them. So it was very interesting that the two of them actually knew a lot about each other. I guess if you don't really get along with somebody, you know about each other. But the two of them on decision day, I think it's a no. We already knew for Chris and Paige. We saw that whole train wreck of that whole season with Chris and Paige. That won't work. So I guess on decision day, it's going to be a no for the two of them. But I just want to bring up my panelists. We can have a discussion. If I drop the link in the chat, you can also call in if you choose to chime in and say what you think your predictions will be on decision day. We're just having a small discussion about them. We need to talk about them because decision day is next week. So we need to say, what do you think? Who do you think would stay together? And also just give your reasons why you think they will not stay together. So today I got with me my African sister. That's the Jacob. For today, I'm just bringing up Kia. Kia is my girl. I love Kia, but then I just have to bring up that Jacob lover because sometimes we just gotta go against each other sometimes. But when we go up against each other, it's all love.
You're a hater.
Then I got my sister Kia. What's up, Kia?
Hey everyone.
And then I got my British sister with me, my Yadi sister, Diani.
Hi everyone.
She insists on calling that man Wolverine.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. So what couple you want to sound off on first? Like, who do you think? And your predictions, like we just having this discussion because next week is going to be decision making day, so maybe there might be some spoilers, maybe we might be wrong, but let's just start with Vincent and Brianna. So any thoughts anymore?
Why Peter? He's gonna listen, he's gonna put 2 good lick underneath her when that show is done for embarrassing him. Let me tell you, she's embarrassed him. This man is a broke car salesman, and this is what's coming out. No wonder he was seeing that $9,000 on her, and she's making herself all beautiful because he knows he can't even afford shoes. So, so that marriage is doomed. Absolutely doomed. You wait till he starts cussing her in Spanish, then she's going to know he's really angry.
So you actually think, Diali, that you think they would not stay together?
No,
No way.
no, he's broke. No. Listen, you got a man. One thing I know about men. Yeah. I was married for 20 years to a strong Caribbean man. And when he came into the relationship, I had a lot. And he hated it. Absolutely hated it. He wanted to be the guy, and he felt kind of, demasculine, not, he didn't feel like a man in his house because it wasn't his house, it was my house.
Okay, that's a very good point. So he felt demasculine, like she felt like she's
Yeah.
demasculine.
Yeah, she definitely is. She definitely is. That relationship's doomed. And, her in a stupid ass Mickey Mouse voice as well, that's kind of irritating. That would piss anybody off. I mean, and look what she does to him in the mornings. You think she's going to be able to pull that stunt while the cameras are gone? He's going to bust her head with something and be on another channel. She ain't going to last 2 minutes with that wife beater, let me tell you. And he's going to be cursing her in Spanish, calling her a puta. Yeah, and she's going to wonder what he's saying. Doomed. That's my prediction.
Okay, so your prediction is they will not stay together.
No, they're gonna stay together for the show. They're gonna go for the show.
In long term, do you think on decision day you think they would say yes or no? Yeah,
she's gonna say yes because she don't see nobody
else would say yes.
with her. Yeah, decision day they're gonna say yes because remember she's a single woman. She's a pretty woman. Yeah, she's a pretty woman, but there's a reason why she's single because she's an annoying little idiot. Yeah, and the fact of he's a bit of a simp himself. I mean, the man opened champagne and he's crying about that. So there's a reason why these people are single. Yeah, so yeah, on decision day, they're gonna be doing the whole emotions and I love you for this, I love you for that. And in her mind, she's gonna be calling him, you're a broke simp, really, you can't afford my hair, and then as soon as them cameras stop rolling, I tell you, he's Pablo Escobar in himself, he's gonna come out on her, let me tell you.
Diali, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Kia, what's your prediction and what do you think?
How am I supposed to follow up with Diali?
No way.
To Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep a straight face over here. But honestly, I just think like kind of what Diali said, that for the show, because they wanted to be in a relationship so bad that they probably are both going to say yes, even though Bree had some hesitation when she was like, are you sure that I'm going to, say yes? However, a lot of times people stay in marriages without these circumstances and it just is not working. So I think they may go for a minute, but again, there's too many problems or too many things going on that are against them because again, he's so insecure that he's not going to be able to just, make it through. He should have probably had, again, a counselor or some kind of assistance prior to him getting married because he's too sensitive. He's sensitive about everything. His tight shirt. He's sensitive about the dance classes, everything. He's just so want to be perfect and you cannot live your whole life. So, and then like I said, he finally admitted it. She was controlling and that was a turn off and then she was irritated. So I don't see it long term, but I do think they're going to say yes on decision day.
But what's about when they told each other that they love each other? Do you think it was too soon?
So I really had to think about it in the real world. And yeah, I do think that's too soon. I think they just trusted the experts too much, too easily. Again, you can't trust nobody but God. So yeah, these experts are putting you together based on the information. And again, a lot of people lie. So, you're still meeting their representative because they sent the representative to the experts and they're sending you the representative. So, yeah, I do think it's too soon because you don't know their ins and outs. You really don't know what they're about. So how are you in love with someone if you really don't know them yet? So that's just my opinion.
All right. Lola,
so you know what? Diali always makes me laugh. Like when I hear her, like when she tear into those people, I'm always amused. And I can't disagree with her. But in some shape or form, when you look at this couple, if they get the help they need, they have the best chance to stay together. They should stay together if they get help. But I think, in terms of I love you and you love me back, that's not true. I think it was more infatuation. They kind of fit each other's specs. So for her, she's got this issue, which we got slabbed with this, saying that, she probably did prefer someone who was of a lighter tone based on her past history. So as soon as she saw him, he fit her specs. He's not an unattractive man, so that helps as well. Now for him, she's attractive, so the packaging looks nice, but as they got together, he began to see the other things that began to unfold. But he's still really into her. He's still attracted to her. He still likes her, but there's still the other element. Now, in the event, if they don't get any help, if Maps doesn't give them help, in Dialli's words, he may just go Escobar on her, Pablo. He may, but he might just shut down. He might just like he seems to be one who shuts down. So they'll be living in torture. They'll be enduring a marriage. He'll just be in one room, she'll be in another. So I think at this point, hopefully the experts have remembered that they're meant to be experts and they'll offer assistance to them. Because if they can, because, when two people become one, it's not an easy thing to do. So it's like, there definitely should be some work that should be done to make this, but this couple could win, but they've got a lot of work to do. A lot of work, and they've got like real essential fundamental issues they need to iron out, because the question is, does she want to have children? Does she want to have children? Is it because of her health? Is all this, whereas he's sure, he's clear, he wants his legacy to continue because of his childhood. He wants to be the father he didn't have. So that's going to be a big issue for them. That'll be the one thing that'll make him walk away, but otherwise I don't think he'll walk away. He might just feel slighted when she does what she does, so she's going to need to pull back. She still should be herself, but just not be so in your face. And that squeaky voice, I don't know if he likes it, but nobody else likes it. So she's going to have to work on that as well. Or maybe she was just doing that for TV, because now we find out that a lot of people become somebody else when the camera's rolling. We don't know. But this should be the couple that should stay together with help. That's where I see it.
Okay, Crystal, what do you think? I agree. Oh, she's frozen.
But can you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you now.
Yes.
But you keep,
okay.
Yeah.
So to answer the question, yes, I do think they will stay together on decision day. But something Kia said a couple of weeks ago is that Vincent might be acting a little bit. And so after the cameras are gone, he hopefully will find his voice. Because if he does not, she needs to be more considerate. She needs to ask him his opinions more often. This making decisions and not even considering him is not going to work. So if they do not work very hard, 2 to 5 years. That's the answer.
So I want to add to something that Lola said, and this is like a problem with a lot of men, that they're afraid to get counseling, or they don't want to bring outside people into their business. So with him being so embarrassed, I can't really see him honestly going into a counseling session and being transparent. Because I did mention this before, I've been a marriage counselor, personal counselor, all kind of counseling, and it doesn't work until you're honest with yourself, and they're not there to judge you, but you sit there still holding back. So I just really don't see him going there, because he's like everything embarrassing, like everything, like. I'm like, dude, like, they pick on you at school. Like, what happened? You need a hug?
And apparently, I keep muting myself because apparently my dog wants to be.
But Kia, you're right. You're right, because a lot of men don't like to go to therapists. They don't like to go to counseling, because to them they think that it's not like it's for not necessarily for women, but it's for basically for people that have problems or issues. And sometimes they always think that whatever they're facing, it's not a problem. Like, it's just something that they can probably solve or fix by themselves. But then, a woman would be open to going into counseling or seeking a therapist. But men, no.
So really. With you being a younger man, would you say that this was something that was taught, or where did you get that concept from? Because I've seen it come from older men, and I've seen guys your age and younger guys no counseling for me. Well,
for me, it all depends. Like, it feels like when you have to go to a therapist or you go to counseling, it feels like you're failing yourself. So men don't really like to fail themselves. I guess we probably think we can fix it on our own. So that's why we don't really want to go to a therapist or go to counseling, because we feel like we can fix it on our own. And we just feel like we're failing ourselves if we have to go and speak to a therapist or that's just my opinion. or doctor or counselor about it because like we're failing. So,
But I
but a
always
woman
find
is more.
couples. Sorry, Dee, but I always find couples always want to keep their business to ourselves. Well, you know, we black people, we ain't gonna be talking that with any old body, you know. And even if it's a counseling, we'll see it as, oh, we need to keep things private. But I find with couples in general, they tend to think, oh, we'll fix it ourselves, and then you're looking into the cost of counseling as well. You know, the cost can vary. You know, in England, you know, you're talking about £50 per hour. You know, so, you know, around the world, it's probably a lot more, you know, especially in the States. So they're going to be looking at that. And I mean, I don't think Vincent can afford counseling. The man don't look like he can afford a fitted shirt.
D-Alley,
So,
it comes with insurance if you have a job. So I think one of them have a job.
Yeah,
and you know, listen, you know, he ain't got a job for counseling money. That man is an Uber driver, you know, talking about
No.
entrepreneur. He's an Uber driver. So I don't know who he's coming up with that. He
D-Alley,
forget
I'm
that
trying
we've
to
all
keep a
got
straight
Google.
face today, okay?
I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. But you know, him in his tight fitting shirt and his man titties, you know, come on, man. You know, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself.
Diali, you need to start a comedian show. I'll definitely buy a ticket. Trust me, I'll buy a ticket to come see that show.
Yeah, but listen, that man's titties is bigger than hers. What's going on there?
D-Alley!
Listen, who's the double D's in that relationship? Who is it?
I don't know why I'm doubling up.
Yeah, it ain't Brianna. Let me tell you, Mickey Mouse don't have them kind of boobs. Let me tell you.
These are fighting words.
Let's move on because I don't want to make this live too long. We got Eric and Virginia. Thank you, Diali, for your contribution. It was greatly appreciated. I just don't. I'll make sure I'll keep myself fit, so you won't tell me I have any man boobs. I'll go, trust me. Tomorrow I'm going to do a harder workout to make sure I ain't get no man boobs. I want to make.
I'll be nice because it's you, Didi. I won't drag you.
Because Diali, imagine if you see me in my Daisy Dukes and with man boobs.
No,
Really?
I would drag the hell out of you. No, black men ain't supposed to be wearing no Buffy Rider in
that's
these
what he
times.
likes. If that's what he likes, go ahead, Didi. Wear those shorts
Lola.
and take a picture.
If that's what he likes, Jacob Lover.
No, sir. No way.
Let's talk about Eric and Virginia. Do you guys think on decision day they will say yes?
No, she's not ready for marriage. She don't want marriage with him. She wants the older man to rock her world now and then, you know, the puppies to sleep with. I think she got cats, hasn't she? The pussycat. She wants the pussycats in the bed. You know, his dogs are gonna kill the cats anyway in the end. You know, he's just holding her back. He's holding the dogs back. He's waiting till that filming wraps, and then he's gonna go, get up. You know, them cats ain't gonna last too long. And he's too controlling. He's got a touch of psycho about him. You know, he seems like, you know, he's gonna lock her in, you know, and he goes to work early. You know, I'll see you later, honey. And he's took all the keys with him. He comes across crazy. And she seems in fear of him sometimes. I'm picking it up.
I think he's afraid to fail. He's afraid of failure because he's seen his parents' marriage are so successful that he's willing to go like out of his way sometimes to probably make that marriage work. But then also his attitude and the way he thinks is just like a drill sergeant. Like, you know, when she come in the house, she have to be ready to go to a drill, and that's how he comes off. I guess maybe his military mentality he has, but then that man, something is very scary about him. I do not think they should stay together. And she is the type of person, she's free spirited. She likes to drink. She would get up on her best friend's couch and not care. She don't really care about anything but just maybe a good time. But he's not into that. But anyway, Kia, what do you think?
So, as I've said from day one, Virginia did not want to be married. I don't know how she ended up on the show, how she ended up married. Again, I don't know. However, like the old saying always goes, you cannot just say your behavior or your reaction is based off of someone else. That's in you. So what I see from Eric, you know, although, you know, we say Virginia is childish and she has a lot of, you know, issues going on, his behavior is just like something is off about him. And I think because he's so controlling and, you know, some of the things that he's said over the season, like when he told her, you know, don't talk in front of the cameras. He didn't say don't talk, but he was like, well, why are you bringing up stuff in front of the camera? You signed up for a show, sir. So you want to basically keep secrets, or basically it's just like the start of those, what say goes on his house, stay in his house. So I don't think it's going to work long term because, again, if she say yes, again, it's just something to do for the cameras because you don't want to say no on decision day. But I don't see her making it last because their views are totally different and you're going to be miserable. If she wants to sleep on her friend's couch and she keep pushing it or trying to push the envelope and see how far she can go with him, it's just too far. I'm like, I'm still lost. All right, help me out, y'all. How can the experts miss that? Like, this woman literally wants to drink all the time. She doesn't believe, her belief system is totally off. It's like, and when people, like I was reading some of the comments a few weeks back, and they were like, well, they've all lied. Okay, how many lies did these people tell? Like, you know, like even when you take certain tests, they'll ask you the same question several times in different ways. So these experts maybe need to get some, you know, better, you know, ways to do this process. Because I can't believe everyone just lied that they just did all these mixed matches. Like, because she's very adamant about what she believes in. Very adamant that she's straightforward. And it's just like, how? And I know opposites attract, but that's too far.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to work because she's not having it. And again, the cat's in the bed, you know, it's just too much. And that's energy. Like, we know her energy is nervous because she drinks. But what's up with his energy? Again, you notice that his energy, at first I thought it was the first night because he was drinking with her. But he still has that nervous energy, so.
So it's not going to work. They are going to say yes on the decision day. Well, at least I know for sure Eric is going to say yes. Well, I feel that Eric's definitely going to say yes. Virginia is still on the fence.
Yes.
But I feel like you just asked the question about the experts. I think that they took two aspects of them, said that, well, maybe she'll break him out of his shell and she's very mature. I think after she stopped drinking, Virginia's pretty smart, except for the sleeping on her male friends' couches. She's got her stuff together, except for certain things, but she is pretty together. She is pretty smart. So I think that they saw two aspects and said, well, maybe this might be a good match. But no, this man is very controlling. This man, just like the little things, I hate when you break me down in front of the cameras, or just all these little things that he picks at, there's slowly going to break her down, like I said a couple weeks ago. So no, they're not going to last. She is finding her voice. And I feel like after these cameras go away, they might do a year. I just think that this is not, and this is actually kind of dangerous for her. Like, she's going to slowly lose herself when she does say yes. She's going to say, okay, I'll try, you know, like, just like she said, eventually I will have to move into his house. Yes, you will. It's his, he your house. You're going to have to make some changes. You can't have the cats in the bed. You're a married woman. You can't be sleeping on your male friends' couches. But there's certain things she's not going to want to give up. And he can't say, and for him to really not take a look at himself, he doesn't really understand. Oh, she gave me ultimatums. I'd never do that. What? Like, you really are not seeing yourself. So hopefully she will take a hard look at herself and say, this is not where I need to be. So, but a year and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know Eric doesn't want to fail. He's a military man, so things have to work a certain way. So he's ready to go the distance, whatever it takes. Now, Virginia, on the other hand, she's a strong-willed young lady. I feel like we know both of them kind of went into this experience because they thought this would help them skip the necessary steps that's required to develop a good relationship. It doesn't. You still have to do it. So I feel like Virginia almost is hanging on the edge where she won't, because she's coming up with this stuff. Yeah, I don't care if you're allergic to cats, take Benadryl, all these kind of things. And they also have a very different view of marriage. Sounds like Virginia wants to have a polyamorous relationship, whereas he's a structured, traditional, Georgian kind of, Southern, where this is what we do and this is how we do it, Stepford wife scenario. So that alone means that's not going to work. Now, I want to say they're unequally yoked for that, but they're equally yoked because she is his match. Yes, she's young. Yes, she's this. But she can go toe for toe. She chooses her battle sometimes, but she doesn't look like someone that can be pushed into the ground. And I feel also with her background, there is that fear because they did have some kind of contentious divorce when she was young. There is that fear of being in that situation. So I don't know if she will allow herself to get into it. That's left to be seen. She might surprise me and say yes. But at this point, the experts will tell them not to do it because if she ends up just kind of sliding over and saying, let me give it a try, because she's so strong-willed, they'll end up killing each other. They will end up on an episode of Snapped where they both snapped and tried to hurt each other. So it's not really going to work either way. So it's in their best interest just to say, no, we're done. Thank you for the experience. Because the only thing they really have in common is that physical attraction. He's excited. He's got himself a young little thing. She's excited. I guess he's clean cut. He's all right. But, other than that, they don't really have anything in common. He's straight-laced, structured. She's a wild child. She's still living like she did in her college days. They can't meet. There's nowhere to meet. They're on different streets. Maybe in 10 years, maybe when she's 36 and he's 46, she might be where he is right now. But I know the experts kind of matched them together because they thought he was calm, patient. He's experienced it before. He made it to calm her down. Nah, she's not there yet. She's so far away from there. And a lot of her childhood trauma would be triggers for him. They're not going to work. Like if they want to put them together, they need to have separate, therapy for a good year. They need to be complete before they come together. So for their own interest, they should say no. Yeah, that's all I think.
You might be right, Lola, because somebody in the comment just said, Dot Willie, that Eric can settle her down. But I think she needed counseling before she came into the process.
She's not ready. She's not ready.
Traumas.
Yeah.
The things that she trying to stand strong with, that she's aggressive about, that's because somewhere in her life she lost control. So she picked everything to fight about. Because she's really, it's not about the cats. It's not really about sleeping on the couch.
She wants to keep her stance. You can't push me around. And I get it. I don't like to be pushed around either. What you're not going to do is tell me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. Not going to work. So I get that. So I feel like she's going to hold her position. And they're going to end up killing each other because he probably has weapons at home and she probably, So yeah. So that's the truth. They put them together because they thought he might calm her down, but she's not ready yet. She'll be ready in 10 years from now. She's not ready now. She still wants to sleep on people's couch. She still wants to go drinking. Like she actually wants to experiment if she hasn't already in a polyamorous affair. Like I'm reading her mind. She didn't say that. I'm just reading her mind the way she acts. And she hasn't even put him,
my mind.
She hasn't even put him in a number one box. She has the friends and her pets ahead of him. Where's that going to work? They haven't become one yet. So yeah.
The polyamorous thing is very interesting, Lola, because I agree. She does want a free marriage. She wants to be free. She wants to figure out what kind of marriage she wants. She wants a mate that wants to do that. And he wants a very structured, Southern, old-fashioned marriage. And honestly, if you really open up those skeletons in his parents' closet, I bet you that's not how it really was. Absolutely not. But
that's what you saw on the surface.
Mm-hmm. So she wants to just figure it out. And you're right. It's not about the cats. It's not about the friends. It's just about the fact that you don't like it. So she wants to stick her foot down. And I remember when he kept asking her, why did you do this? She said, because I'm a fear of rejection. I don't want to get rejected. So if somebody's in this with me, then they won't reject me. So that's why she ended up doing it. But they won't last. They need separate. He needs to work out his own issues and stop being so rigid. And she needs to figure out, work out her issues with her parents' divorce and everything that had to do with her bringing up. But they are going to end up on the ID channel if they stay together. There's no way.
Well, it's like the idea of influence.
I always said that. I always said it. Investigation Discovery has a spot for them.
The idea is influence. Please don't call me Pablo Escobar. Because now I have Lola reading minds and I have Diali calling people Pablo Escobar. Look
Yeah.
now, Crystal think they're going to end up on the IG channel, and it's all because of Diali's influence. But
Yeah,
thank you very
telling
much.
you can spot
But
her.
we pause it,
To Lola's
DD,
point.
because it's too like that energy is too nervous, and when the cameras go off, like can you imagine? Because he's already warning her, like, why are you like doing this in front of the cameras?
Yeah.
But I actually think she's at least a little bit more, I don't want to say better than he is, but mentally she realizes I need therapy. She has said I need to work
Yeah.
on some things. And the fact that she's announced that to herself and thought about it, that means that she's in a better place than even he is. So, but the polyamorous thing is interesting because she needs to explore and figure out what's the best for her. And she's nowhere near have done that yet. So until she does that, she won't. Some people need to, what is it called? Sow their royal oats until
That's right. That's right.
until they can get to where they need to be.
She's not done yet.
She's not done yet.
Let's talk about Mr. Tight Pants Ryan, because he's the way
Wolverine!
his pants is tight as his personality, because his personality is really tight. Like he cannot express himself. And
I have a question. Is Life of Boge in the comments because he did not think those pants were tight.
Didi, where's the picture? We need to see the picture, Didi. You don't have a picture today?
No, I ain't got a picture.
Back and forth with Life of Boge because
when I seen those pants, Crystal, I was like, his body is banging for a dude. He had a girl body. I was like, I need them legs.
This is very now. This is suspicious. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but they've got to be cutting off circulation to certain things.
Yeah,
he ain't interested in Jay Leno. This is a fact. Jay Leno and him are over. Yeah. All she's doing is pat man back in the 80s. She gobble, gobble, gobble. And in the morning, you don't even know who the hell she is.
Are you recording this? Because you need to write these jokes. I'm telling you.
Crystal, it's hard to keep a straight face with D. Alley. I'm learning this better.
No, he ain't interested in her. He ain't interested in her. The man kisses her on her head. Kisses her on her head. I mean, and what was all that dumbass crying for? You're writing a letter, you're crying. You don't know this man. You don't know this man. They're going to go through with it. Decision day. She's going to say yes. He's going to say yes for his Christian family. And then he's going to be calling her a puta behind her back. And they're going to done within 6 months because she's too irritating.
But as Lola said, they're not on the same page either. Like she's very emotional and he's very structured. Like he's very analytical.
I think Ryan is living in the closet. Something is wrong about Ryan. That he's clothing.
Didi, he's singing YMCA secretly in the closet. Let me tell you. Listen, Jay Leno does not have no chance with him and the village people. Yeah, he done with her. He's gonna say yes for the family and for the viewers. He's gonna say, yeah, sure. Him and his Wolverine haircut. I mean, that thing does not move on his head. That thing does not move on his head. He's gonna say yeah. Wolverine gonna say yeah. Jay Leno gonna keep saying yeah. Keep gobbling until he's had enough and he finds someone else. For all you know, he could be impressing Pastor Cow with them tight ass pants.
Get the alley.
Blasphemous.
Yeah.
Put you in a timeout.
Stick a fork in me.
Right.
No, not Pastor Carl. Pastor Carl got his wife.
Right.
Maybe Chris, but not Pastor Carl.
With D, like I don't know what's going on with Ryan because I would have such a problem if he wanted to wait if he wouldn't have let her do everything but. So that's my only problem with him is just like, okay, you know that she wants it. And they were talking about the previous guest was talking about it last night. And they were just like, you know, why she not aggressive? Like how she be telling them like, I just want him. He wouldn't be able to take it if she was aggressive to him like that because she's already doing all those things. He knows she wants. He's not on the slow bus. He knows that what she wants. If you doing all that and then she just rolling over just like, oh, like frustrated. Like, that's my issue with him. Like, what game are you playing? You're not that innocent in all this. So I just wish he would just be honest. Like, if that is the case, just do what you do, and don't ruin that girl, because she's been hurt enough and she has some issues, and she's telling everybody she loves him, she's sleeping with everybody. So he's saying he don't want to hurt her, which he's still hurting her. So I'm not saying he tries to come off as this nice guy, but I'm not buying it.
Listen, let the dumbass keep gobble if that's what she want to do. Yeah, she thinks she's going to keep him by playing Pac-Man at night with him. She got another thing coming. She too dumb, man. I'm sorry. You can't have pity on someone that's been gobbling from day one and not getting nothing back. Nothing at all.
She's
nothing
a giver.
At all.
She's a
giver.
She's a giver.
She's a not a receiver.
But he's just part.
She a giver.
Wait. What did you say, Kia?
No, I said me and Deanna, we agreed that she should have stopped a long time ago. So yeah,
No, I think the whole internet agreed she should have stopped a long time ago.
Right.
We all agree with that. I just think so. To answer the question, gosh, yes, they'll stay together, but they are totally on two different planes. Like when he wanted to do the enneagram. Apparently my dog is agreeing. And she said, "Oh, I did the same thing with our star signs." They're like, you're too. How's it gonna work? How's this gonna work?
I don't know, but for me, Lola, what do you think, Lola? Because I got it.
So this is what I think, right? I'm still on the fence with. So looking at the two of them. So to me, he's asexual and she's sexual. Maybe that's why they paid him up. I don't know, but she doesn't seem to be able to pull him over to the other side. He seems to be receiving, so he may not be that asexual. But the point here is that will they stay together if Ryan deems it necessary or deems it so? I feel like he hasn't maybe done anything because he's still looking for a backdoor, or maybe he's not. I don't know what he wants. Still haven't figured him out. I'm not sure what's going on with him. But he may just be done, or he may say yes. Now, if he says yes, then they're going to be together. But the truth is, the fact that he's being the way he is now means that even if they stay together, it's not going to work because they're on different playing fields. Like let's say he says yes, right? He's not emotionally giving. He's not physically giving. So she'll be in a relationship with someone and she'll be starved of affection, starved of attention, because he just does that little, the guy pat, kiss on the forehead, give a pound. So even if he says yes, she's still not going to get what she wants. So what is the point? So they shouldn't be together. What are they doing together? Because I think from the time she spent with him to now, she's completely morphed into somebody else. She seems to be yes, she was someone who liked to sleep around. I'm not going to judge her or anything, but she has completely somebody who was falsely confident to somebody completely insecure right in front of our eyes. Typically, people can pretend to be, confident but insecure inside, but now that has come outside so we can see it. She's no longer having that cover or that representative, so she's really fragile. So she needs to get out of this soon and get some help. That's my opinion. Hopefully she's listening. I know she might surprise us and find herself and say no, but either way, it's not going to work for her because he doesn't have what she needs.
That's one surprise we will not get. She's definitely going to say yes, and he's going to say yes. You'll be like, yeah, sure, yeah, sure,
right then, yeah. But that's not. Then she's going to be starved. Like she's going to be miserable. She's going to endure that marriage because what is he suddenly going to change? She's not getting what she wants now. So what's going to be different? Now she probably feels like she can't get any better. So she's going to stay. But why? That's why I'm hoping somebody can work. I don't know. That's wishful thinking.
You guys see the commonality on this show this season. Like the women are losing themselves. It's just like it's like so like far that, like with her, she was one way and then she started to try to, transform to what he wants or what he, whatever, like even the Pages, the Breeze, because now she's like, well, he said that I'm bossy, so I'm really trying to change myself, but I can't change myself because I'm going to be miserable. And it's just like, that's not what marriage is about. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what these, counselors did, because again, you still you can change a certain positive aspect, but when you're changing who you are inside, you're going to be miserable. I know, because I've done that before, where you're in a relationship and you try to be who that person wants you to be, and it's not you.
Mm-hmm. So she's going to be, even though she's going to be married, she's going to be totally lonely. She's going to be in a marriage, but still lonely because she, as Lola said, is starved for affection. She is an emotional being, and he's not. He's an analytical.
She froze again. But damsel in a dress. Look at the comment. She said, "Hell, I walked away from a toxic relationship, and I was in love at the time."
So
That
maybe
is a
she
brilliant comment.
so
That
maybe
is
Yeah,
a
she can.
that's
brilliant
yeah, that's
comment.
why that's so true because people stay in those, and you can see the toxicity in those couples. We can see some of them, like some of the toxicity is worse than the other couples. Like each couple have their own.
Yeah.
But I don't know why whether it be for TV, whether it be in real life. For me, that's why we're getting to our last couple. But for me, Jacob and Haley was the only two couples on that show that was being real with each other. And all the others, they're just trying to just accomplish, okay, we're on a show, we have to make it work, we have to show that for TV, for camera, we have to show, well, except for Chris and Paige. But
Not the
Jacob and
last
Haley, for
couple.
me, they were so real. Like Jacob and Haley were real. But let's get to Jacob and Haley.
Mhm.
I'll start with Lola because I know that's
Choo,
what's his name?
choo. That's the Jacob train, by the way. As the president of the Team Jacob Club, I just want to introduce myself to Didi's followers. That's who I believe in. Yeah, he's the dude. Now, you know what? Didi's jealous of the guy's well-cut legs. That's why you keep picking on those shorts he wore. He doesn't take himself seriously. He's a dish. He is a dish. So anyway, let me be serious. So with Jacob and Haley. Yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere. But Jacob's going to be hot stuff when he leaves. Like his DMs are full right now. But then again, all of a sudden, I don't know if they're trying to trick us, make them like look like they're friendly. But there's nothing here, folks. But the thing is, if Haley was all of a sudden to turn around and say, yes, my poor Jacob honestly would say yes, and that's a problem I'm having. He still kind of likes her. He's still holding out hope that she will say yes. There's something there. I don't know why he likes her, but he does. He's invested. I guess he's someone who commits, and he committed early, and he put himself into already. So if she turns around and changes her mind, he'll end up following her. He'll follow her lead. But I don't think that Haley's she's done with him. She's not attracted to him, and I'm not judging her for that. She doesn't like him. That's fine. Keep it moving. And that's how I see it. So the good thing here is that, like you said, they were completely honest with each other, which is why they won that game when they went to, where was it? In South Carolina, wherever it was. Hilton Head. There you go. So, yeah, I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect. They'll just separate, but hopefully they'll be friends. But you know what? Jacob he's a dish. You know what? That's true, Didi. What did I tell you to call him again? What did I say you should call him? Do you remember what I told you to call him? Zaddy. Zaddy.
Diali, I need your help. Please, I need your help, Diali.
Nothing
Have
gonna
I been
work.
watching? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Are you
No,
doing
sis.
something else?
I'm the Jacob lover.
Thank you, Diali.
Oh,
I
so
wouldn't ride Jacob if he was the last whale on earth.
I guess you're not doing any riding.
He's rough as
You're not
hell.
riding. Nah, G. No, I love Jacob.
He is rough.
Rough? What do you mean? How is he rough? Explain.
I couldn't wake up to that voice. I'd be offended.
His voice? What's wrong with his voice?
No, he's
She's been attacking me all season.
You mean his monotone voice? His voice is even.
No, not his voice. Not his voice.
His face.
What? His
I
face.
could not look at his face. I am telling you. There is not enough plastic bags in the world that would make him cover up that face and me like him. But
really?
if you sometimes personality does it for some people. He's a good guy.
He's also decent looking. He's decent looking.
A good guy.
He's decent looking too. Look again.
He's a good guy.
Blink. You know how they play baseball? They look away and look again. Look again.
I think he's been hit by a baseball.
You don't see it. You don't see it.
He's been hit by a baseball.
Oh, really, Diali? That's how you're gonna go? You're gonna hate on my man like this? That's okay.
No, that face. No, man.
Oh.
Diali is the truth. Diali is the truth.
Maria agree with you, but it's not like how you trying to make it. No. I'm with Lola.
Jacob has a spot back at Sesame Street when the show finishes. Yeah, they're waiting for
Can
it.
you tell me
This is the voice of
how to get
Diali.
to Sesame Street?
Oh, so Didi, you're in heaven right now, Didi, right? Like the
Hell
only
yeah.
one. Okay.
Gonzo's gone on vacation, and they need Jacob back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Leave him alone.
Okay, Diali, thank you so very much because I needed that. I really needed you to help me out because I was having a hard time listening to her.
I'm going to keep going.
Okay. I'm actually on Lola's side on this, except for Jacob leaving early and not saying anything. I'm pretty bit much on Lola's side on this. Like I'm Team Jacob too. I think that what's interesting is I was watching something else and everybody was saying Jacob's gonna say no and Haley's gonna say yes. For some reason, Haley does this thing where she doesn't like the guy for the longest time. Then after she breaks up with him, she starts to think, oh, well, maybe I was wrong, or, oh, and starts to second guess. And like Lola said, they tried to do a little, try to sneak attack on us last week and make us think that they had slept together or something happened. I think it was for the cameras, but because she hasn't, I think the Jacobs at this point, he's like, if she's not trying to make this work now, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything at the end. But I'm actually Jacob. I'm on team Jacob.
Let me just give a quick shout out to Auntie. Hey Auntie, you guys need to check out Auntie's channel.
Hey Auntie, how you doing, Auntie?
I love Auntie. She's just giving a quick shout out to Auntie. Just check out the channel when you guys get a chance. She does some good impressions and her reviews are pretty good as well.
I'm sure Auntie won't appreciate the way you're talking about Jacob, so you need to apologize to Auntie's in the room.
I'm sure if Auntie ever called in, Auntie will give her real opinion about Jacob, and it definitely won't sway on your side. It'll sway on Diali and my side. Definitely not.
Auntie likes Jacob. I just can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm feeling it.
All right. Well, my God. Anybody else on that one? That's the last couple.
You gotta say Chris and Crazy Paige.
Yeah. I think Kia has something to say.
No, go ahead, Kia. Sorry, go ahead, Kia.
I was just saying that I don't think it's going to work. I just wanted to remind you guys what Dee Dee called early on, that Haley was a mean girl. She's the sorority. So I think she missed out on a good guy, because sometimes this is to all the women is basically you're all the way grown, but you still worried about what other people think. So I think she came into this and she was so worried about, the way he dressed and the way he was doing this. But you see, he kind of switching up his little swag a little bit after doing the show. So all you have to do is work with the brother. If you do stuff the right way, you can, hey, maybe you don't want to wear this or whatever. But I think she messed up when she just had this like image of him and she was just turned off and didn't give it a chance at all. So I think I forgot who else said on the panel that she's going to come back later on and figure out that he popping. Like Lola said, his DMs are probably already popping, and some of her friends probably like, I would have took him. But at the end of the day, I think she was just too worried about images, because again, she was mean from day one with that bracelet. That don't talk about put up no pictures, because I don't want to see it.
Let me see if I still got them pictures.
You know what, Dee Dee, $99
or $900, it still was the fact that you just don't.
Let me go.
Really?
So, as Kia just said, well, one thing, yes, Haley was really wanting social norms. She was like, she didn't like the shorts because, is that what you wear to an office party? She wants him to dress in tennis shoes and whatever social norms says you should dress. And also, Jacob needs a black woman. That was the last thing I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You preach, girl. You preach. I tell you, man.
You've been listening.
Jacob would be a happy man.
Oh, look, hold on.
Those are some nice legs. Those legs are nice.
Which one's Jacob?
So, he works out.
Imagine if I tell Jacob, let's go bowling, and Jacob wore that.
Nah.
What's the problem? He's an individual. Like he don't have problem. He don't worry about what you think. He's comfortable in himself and his manhood. Like, why are you hating?
No.
Like, you need to be like that too.
Supposed to be in Batty Riders. No man supposed to be no Batty Riders. Listen, we don't like that in the UK, and that can't fly nowhere. Yeah, any man turned up in the Batty Riders, our friendship's over. I'm taking that club. I'm taking that golf club and brooking it over his head just for his stupidity.
He is an individual. He likes to do what he likes to do. He doesn't care what people think. But did you see those muscles on those legs? He's got muscles on those legs. They're not skinny matchstick legs. Those are muscled legs. He cut nice. Didi, you want to show us a quad, Didi? Because you're talking about him like a dog. Show us something. Let's see what you're working with. How about that?
I ain't got to be showing myself on the internet. What's wrong with you?
So something. You're talking about him like he cut.
Look,
he cut.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I don't want to look like a full strap on the internet, showing off my body and stuff. No, I'm saying I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it close because then I don't want nobody jumping in my DMs, saying, "Oh, I got full strapping on."
Come on, next.
Let me see if I can find a sweater to put on because I think I'm showing too much of my body already.
Oh, that's what that is. That's what that is.
Bro.
Well, look, at least I got somebody in my comments. She wants me to toot that horn, but
like Lola and George said, I think he needs a black woman. I'm sorry.
Most definitely.
Now, you all want to start a different conversation. What makes you think you need a black woman, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not saying to each his own.
We the best. We the best. Look,
we
agree on that, Daddy.
Like, okay,
all right.
He has a job. He's stable. So we're not even looking at all that stuff that she's over there like being real petty about. So we just like, listen, bro, come on over here. Now I said I don't want to date him, but I'm just saying he is dateable. He would be a nice candidate. He has his stuff together.
He is a strong man, not only just the job and those things, but at the same time, he's smart, he is considerate, and we will take you at your flaws, your faults, and we can see underneath all of that. We can see behind all of that stuff, and we look at the fact that this guy is intelligent, and he, just like the fact that, like, somebody mentioned a little something that he did with the watch. He understands to being considerate.
Respectful
and considerate.
That was very sensitive of him,
And he's actually a very simple guy. Look, you feed him some meat, like I just said, and let him go about his business, and he won't bother you at all. He's like, okay, this is what you like to do. This is what I like to do, and we come together, and we'll be great together too.
Okay. Well, it is what it is.
It is.
Next time I'm doing my live, I'm coming in for sweater.
Nah, G, you need to come without a shirt. Let's see what you're working with.
Right.
Come without a shirt.
I had to come without a shirt.
You want to get your subs up? Come without a shirt, sir. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up.
Lola, come see them up.
Get them lights up immediately, man.
I'm just saying. These YouTube streets.
You must be talking about Jacob. You're not talking about me.
I'm looking at you.
But anyway, guys, like I said, well, our predictions, let's see what will come to pass next week.
No. We got one more.
With Chris and Paige?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you sound off on Chris and Paige, but my opinion about them, they will not stay together. But
he gonna turn up. That man gonna turn up him in dry ass ankles, his short ass pants, tight ass pants, like he's trying to entertain the street, and talking about this man is a man of God. Now she gonna turn up in a busted ass wig, too much lipstick on, and her lashes all over the place, talking about, oh, God had this for me. Who's she telling this to? What are they wasting our time for? Just interview them one by one. He goes over, pretending he's the king of Subway, still in his mind, and and she can find somebody who she thinks loves her, because she's beyond deluded. Okay,
so then your prediction, they would stay together or not?
Chris, I think Chris is going to stay with her so he can bang the life out of her when the other girl isn't available, and then bang her head. Because remember, he doesn't like her face.
That's true.
Okay. I'm going to say, but good. Okay, are you guys?
I think after listening to Diali, I need counseling because
for real, she called those
sorry, Crystal, sorry for cutting you short, Crystal, but Diali just come up with some of the things she just said. I don't know where she just come up with some of those things. But go ahead, Crystal. Sorry, go ahead.
You want me to go for? Well,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
go
going to
ahead.
ask you if you guys get any other shows. Last night they had like a not a behind the scenes, but with Miles and Karen and Woody and Monty and another couple, and they showed a little outtake for next week. I don't know, Kia, did you see it?
Yeah, that's what I was telling Dee Dee earlier when I said I was waiting for the other one to come on.
Okay. So it does look like they're really Chris is doing his shady flirty thing and everything, but he's talking a lot for her, and he says we still want to work on it. We still want to
Oh
work
my
together. We still want
goodness.
to, and I think Dr. Viviana is gonna step in. I'm hoping, but yeah, this is it's some really. I was gonna say something else. Go ahead, Kia. It's
No,
horrible.
I'm just like over it because again, my prayers have always been for Paige because day one, she was just going through it. And you're like, how can you fall so deeply into this infatuation? Because I'm not gonna even say love with someone after having sex with them one time. With her and Chris, I think he's still hitting it. He can call her whenever, even if they do go through with the divorce or whatever. She's gonna end up being the side chick, the babysitter, or whatever he feels that is necessary to keep him going ahead. He may stay married to her, if it's a tax benefit, or if he could be put on her, get some kind of benefit. So again, he's in control of the situation. She still haven't learned. And you said Dr. Viviana, we did see the clip. But again, we can everybody in the chat can go to Paige's house and we can stand out there and pull her out and be like, no Paige, no Paige. And she's still going to find her way back to stupidity. And I'm not judging her when I say stupidity because we all been there, done that. But I just think that she has to go through a healing process to know her worth, because until she figures it out, she's not going to see Chris for what he is. Because this guy, basically, I wish somebody would call me ugly. Like, are you serious? And I was still like, dude, there's no coming back off of that. Ladies, please tell me how you come back from that.
But with
any man call me ugly. Any man call me ugly. I tell you, I would run down his family tree and they would have pictures of all his family members. I would hold up each one. I would let him have it.
That's what I'm saying. So he's an insecure man that's basically, putting his insecurities off on her because he's insecure. He's coming off like he's this big guy with all this money, that he owns all these businesses. And like I said, broke people buy Gucci shoes all the time. They got bootleg Gucci. I mean, like I seen people this summer with all them stimulus checks that was sitting on their porch with a barbecue grill and a pair of Gucci loafers. It's summertime, right. Why? So you're not fooling nobody. Like they got Gucci sheets on Etsy. So stop it. Chris, you trying to sell a picture based on insecurity. But again, I feel sorry for Paige. I do, because I just want her to come out of that funk sooner than later, because again, that's a terrible thing to go through, and it's a long process to get out. Like I said, I'm speaking from experience, been there, done that.
Yeah, and me too.
To what you just said here, he is he's sad, he is insecure, because the truth is, I think that old girl did break up with him. Old girl doesn't want to have anything to do with him. So Paige I can hit Paige at night. So I'm just gonna keep on with this until I can break her down some more, because she's already been broken down to the bone. Like she's just, constantly. But as soon, because he's showing her some attention, so he keeps coming back. And the fact that she keeps letting him in, and it's true. I'm kind of done with it. I'm sad.
Kia, you said, yeah, thank you, Crystal. But Kia, you said you still think they were messing around?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Chris know he can get that anytime. The game, Dee Dee. Let's stop playing. It's certain before.
Yeah, but
Dee Dee's a Christian. He doesn't do stuff like that. He don't know the game.
Don't make me sit up on this.
Dee Dee don't know the game. Dee Dee ain't about that life.
You knew it was a girl that you could probably just call. Like I said, you delivered now, okay? You love to say you're a good boy now. But prior to that, you knew that it was certain girls that no matter how dirty you played them, let's not say you've been good all your life, but there are certain people. Be like, no, I ain't been good all my life. That you can just call up anytime, no matter how dirty you do them. It's a game. And Chris wants to play the
Yeah,
game.
well, it's
I
like
don't have to know, Paige. I don't have to know Chris. I bet you if he called her right now and said sweet nothings, we've seen it on the show too many times. Every time he would mess up, he would sit there and be like, I'm in love with you. I think I'm still
and you know what, Kia?
And then she started back nose eyelashes. And then you like, girl, stop it.
Kia, you know what he does? He turns up with a leather-bound Bible talking about, I want to do Bible study with you. Yeah. And when them cameras off, he's going to say to her, now let's pray. But she's the only one on her knees. She's a dumbass. I'm sorry.
Kia have a point, because they do have women that are like that. Like, they, regardless of what the guy does to them, like the guy will call them.
You called her ugly. Like, everybody has room for improvement, no matter how pretty you are. Everybody has their own flaws. But again, you told her friends she ugly. You told Dr. Cal she ugly. You screamed to the whole world that this lady is not attractive to you, and she's still giving you some. I'm lost.
Yeah, you're right. I'm done too.
She's insecure.
I'm sad for her. She needs to really take a long look at herself. But yeah, I definitely think they are still messing around. And I definitely think she needs some help to get out of, she needs some mental rehabilitation to get out of the situation. And she will get out of it. They're not going to last. They're not going to stay together.
Yeah, I just hope she comes to her senses, because
it's gonna take time. Like I said, you cannot be delivered until you hit that rock bottom and you fully let God in your life. So when Paige keeps talking about this God, like, I'm gonna just put this here. Everybody that the word God and Jesus come out their mouth is not really into the word or really have a relationship with God. So let's stop that. I think that's just the cool thing that everybody does now. And, quote Bible scriptures on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else. And we just believe they're Christians. I don't know what church they go to, because Paige, you talking about you heard from God. Now you got to be like, well, maybe I did. Well, girl, you wasn't listening to no God. You was listening to yourself. Because if you listen, you would have, God gives us warnings, so many warnings. He's not going to put you in there with chaos, mayhem, and then day two, you're like, God wants me to make this marriage work. God hates divorce and all this crazy stuff. Girl, bye.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Lola.
I think you're giving it too much energy. Okay. Like, I've already, a month ago, I told myself I wasn't going to judge her anymore. So they really, how Didi wanted to skip them? We should just skip them. Like, the devil is a liar. Yeah. The devil likes us to talk about him. So now we're talking about the devil. Like, why are we giving him time and air? Like, these clowns, hopefully she doesn't fall back into the devil's arms. But if she does, where's her family? We can only talk so much, because I'm tired of feeling like, oh my God, I'm judging her. I'm being, I don't have compassion for her. That's the truth. I'm done. I'm over it. Because how many times can you say the same thing? Like you guys said, he said she was this. She said he was ugly. He slept with, like, he treated her like a dog, not behind closed doors, but on a huge national, possibly international platform. So what is there to come from? What else do you want him to tell you? There's nothing else to say. I'm done. Like, where's her family? Does she have any? She has a brother because he was on the first episode. Where's her mother? So you know what? I know what I'd do if my sibling tried this. I'm just saying, like,
but Lola, the sad thing is, it's so many women out there like Paige. That's why I said I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fault it. But again, your mama, your daddy, whatever, because that means that somebody in her family has the same situation, or she's been taught that insecurity some way. Because again, you don't just wake up and just be insecure
and do
like
that. You know, this
behavior that's been taught. So what I'm saying is, I don't think she's gonna wake up no time soon. That's why I said unless she's like and pull her deliverance. She's not gonna come out on her own. She's not. She's gonna be still like oblivious, because she doesn't understand what's wrong. Even the internet is blowing her up. We basically if she go on YouTube, she probably not even crying. She probably like, well, who are they talking about? You, sis. She don't even get it.
Yeah, my son says something. He always, like, when he gets upset with you, like, even to me, he'll be like, "Who hurt you?" So yeah, Paige, who hurt you?
And I've been saying that since day one. Who hurt her?
Yeah, that's it.
To Kia's point, there are a lot of that are going through the same thing, and you're right. To me, I know that he is going to pull this. I love Paige. I want to try again. I want to try, and to me, what's sad is, like you said, we can't judge her. We've got to say, Paige, just take stock of everything that's happened and look at yourself. You have, you're a strong person, but until she realizes that, there's nothing that is not going to get anywhere. So she's got to realize that for herself. So yeah, I'm kind of sad. You're right. I'm sad that we're talking about it again. We shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, let's just cut it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish, heat my coffee up and go on about my day.
Okay. So the prediction is they will not stay together. They will go their separate ways.
They still
by,
don't get
by the
it.
grace of God. let's put it like that.
You
By
the
the grace of God.
investigator. You're gonna be putting pictures up that they holding hands in the park. He's still gonna get that.
Oh, he's still hitting that, but
Don't worry.
it's not going to last.
All right. I'll see what maybe I can get on the internet, which I doubt they stay together. I think they get in a divorce because he always sometimes he pop up on Instagram and I follow him on Instagram and he's always by himself doing some crazy stuff trying to get attention.
Lola
Yeah.
is not getting no more energy. Like I said, men like that, they will stay if it benefits them. It's not about love. So Chris is a manipulator. So whatever is going to benefit him, like I said, if it's benefiting for tax purposes to stay married to her, he may stay married in name only. But again, I don't think they're going to stay together. But again, we can stop. Lola, I'm done.
He's insecure. He needs somebody to boost his ego, and she does that for him. So that's it.
All right, people. Well, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I ain't got much to talk about them anymore. But that season was just one of the craziest.
It was
seasons.
garbage.
It was trash.
No, it was crazy.
It stressed us out. I thought I needed to call my counselor. After this, I gotta go grab my counselor again.
Yeah, with Paige and Chris, if you know how many times I almost broke my phone, like just stick the phone and throw it to the wall because I just couldn't believe every time she was just going back and going back. Like I was like, what? I was like, no, I can't believe there are women that are out there like that. But that just brought more light to there are actually a few or a good bit of women that go through that kind of experience. And it also has to play their religious belief, which is kind of a bit sad that they believe in like the religion so much that they believe that the man can probably eventually do them right or should be doing them right or they want a sign from God. That is so toxic, but thank you guys. Thank you.
Conversation.
Yeah, that was a very good conversation.
Speaking of
We'll
what
see
we were
how
just talking about, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and that is something we need to really look at, especially in the Black community, because
mental health. Yep, that's right. I honestly I enjoy this live. Diali, we need you to start. We need you to get a manager, and we need to have you on stage.
I'll manage you. Like seriously.
Crystal trying to make some cheddar. She want to be the manager.
All right, Kia, thank you, Kia Simone. Shout out your channel, shout out your book.
Just remember, guys, if you have not picked up my book yet, I'm back out promoting, although, COVID's trying to put me back, but make sure you show a sister some love. The name of the book is called From Pain to Love. By Kia Simone. We got bits of Paige in there, all kind of different people. It's just a fiction story, but it got so much truth in there. And it might not be for you, but it will speak to somebody that you know and give you an understanding of why people do what they do. So again, it's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. That's how my name is spelled, Kia Simone. Thank you, Dee, and everyone else on the panel.
Crystal, shout out your channel.
I'm on YouTube too. I've got like 3 episodes that I'm editing now, so I've only got 1 episode up right now. So, and I should put that in the link. But it's Candid Convo with Crystal, and I got more things coming soon.
All right.
My next episode is on imposter syndrome. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. Lola, the Jacob lover.
Hater, what up, sir? What up, sir?
Let's say what you gotta say.
All right, so with me, I have a YouTube channel. The name that you see down here, that's what my YouTube channel is under my name. We actually just did an episode with the Jacob Hater right here on marriage. We just did it about 2 hours ago, so check it out. My name is down here, Lola Ajishafe. Thank you very much for having me, Jacob Hater.
And tell them about your live you did earlier so they can also check out your live.
Right. So I was saying, yeah, so life was about marriage. Why should we get married? What's the purpose of marriage? What should you do to prepare for marriage? What can you look out for? Should we do the same things we did yesterday? That kind of thing. So we're just kind of talking about things to do. Like when you go dating, when we say date with intention, what does that mean? Like, should you ask certain questions up front or just get to know them? So we had girls and the guys kind of throwing out ideas. I thought it was interesting. So, because Didi's DMs have been full. So I want to make sure that he get the woman for him. The one
Why
God
are you
intends for
spreading
him.
propaganda?
Yeah, so so I'm gonna make sure the fam is covered. So yeah, that's why because marriage is everywhere. Everything we talk about, look, we're talking about marriage at first sight. Then we talk about ready to love. Relationships, whoever we hitch our cart to is what kind of determines our life. So it's important that you know how to pick. But a lot of us didn't know how to pick when we went through it the first time. So now we have to figure it out. And those who haven't done it, we want to educate you so you make the right choice. But you need to be whole before you hitch your cart to somebody else. Two whole people should make a marriage to become one, not broken people, because then you are what you attract. That was the biggest thing we did say. You are what you attract. So don't go looking for someone if you're in pieces right now, because you're just going to attract another broken person as well.
Broken person, yeah. That's facts. And also tomorrow I will be doing a live with Little Black Book 91, Kojo, and Maria. But it's going to be on Maria's channel because we're going to be talking about voluptuous women, like what people's choices are. It's going to be a good discussion. Like why you prefer why you prefer a voluptuous woman, why you probably prefer a slim woman. But her discussion, for me, I'm not going to say what I prefer. If you want to hear what I prefer,
what do you prefer, Didi? What do you like?
If you want to hear what I prefer, you can subscribe to her channel. Her channel is Maria S. I have her on screen. You can subscribe to her channel. We can hear what everybody has to say about that conversation.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good conversation.
It's going to be a good conversation.
Yeah, it is.
Before we close, Didi, anyone, all the praying people out there, slide cat in the comments, just keep her lifted in prayer. I know some people did comment, but let's just keep her lifted in prayer because she's always here supporting Didi's channel, and she's one of us. So just keep her lifted.
Yeah. All right. So thank you, everyone. On the count of 3. Diali, that's all you have to say about Jacob, or are you good?
Really, you're still going? You're still going? You're still going? You're still going? Really, Didi?
Listen,
Didi looking for trouble?
Sesame Street's waiting for Jacob, yeah? So you ladies will have to wait till he stops filming on Sesame Street. He's going to have
himself a chocolate woman in next year.
I'm praying for him. By the grace of God, he'll get down with the swear.
I would imagine, I think maybe Layla or Krista might jump in Jacob's DM and say, hey, big head.
Yeah. You can have black women fighting over it.
I do have one question. I do have one silly question. So I made a comment about this braid cut on another channel, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, this was really toxic, and she needs to run. What did you guys think of that? Did you guys think
it was bad? It was bad. I'd have thumped him in his head there and then. I'd have took that braid and wrapped it round somewhere where it would be hurting. Believe me, and I'm not talking his neck. He'd have got that braid hidden somewhere.
That was a trick by the producers. That sentence was right there. It was just I thought, first of all, it was very. That was just kind of.
Didi, put Maria S. Paige back up there again.
Yeah, that's you can subscribe to her channel. It's up on screen, Maria S. Just type Maria S on YouTube. Maria. Yeah, and then you'll get a channel. But we haven't. Kojo's going to be on. Well, some of the super panel is going to be on. It's going to be on there. Yeah, a few of us will be on this, and we're going to
talking about curvy versus not curvy. What do you like?
Yeah,
what's right? Like, what's good? Like, how you feel? Like, should we judge the guys? Is it preference? Should they be thinking more enlightened? Stuff like that. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it because I know Maria feels very strongly about this.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good.
But like I say, if you want to hear my preference, you can tune into our channel tomorrow. You'll hear my preference. I'm keeping my preference a secret.
Oh.
And so you'll hear my preference tomorrow. But I'll be going live on Saturday. Ready to Love, you guys. Same time, 5. So you guys can tune in on Saturday. So don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave your predictions in the comments, and I'm out. I gotta go. On 3, 1 to 3. Bye.
Bye.